everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some DIY projects with you that are perfect for traveling. Whether you're going abroad or doing a staycation at home, hopefully these DIYs give you guys some ideas and inspiration. Today's video is sponsored by MeUndies, who obviously create underwear, but they also create other clothing that I think would be perfect for travel. I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute, but I just want to say the reason that I love MeUndies so much as a brand is because they're super ethical. They are super keen on providing fair working conditions and wages for their staff who work in their factories in different countries, which I think is amazing. So that is why I'm sharing this with you guys today, and I'm just going to go into a little product review for you so you know kind of what they're about and what they offer. The first thing I want to show you, and the reason I think this is so great for travel, is that they sell a lot of joggers and leggings and very soft clothing. So these are the ones that I have. They're kind of black leggings, and they are the perfect type of leggings to wear throughout the day because you can dress them up and then you can dress them down when you get home. So, you know, when you're in your PJs and you don't want to get out of your PJs, but you have to go run an errand. These right here. I was wearing these all day yesterday and didn't want to take them off. They were so comfy. I kid you not when I say this. These are some of the softest clothes I've ever had the pleasure of putting on my body. Not only do they sell clothes, but they also sell underwear, obviously, because they're MeUndies. These are my favorite. These are like a bikini cut and they've got amazing tropical print on them. I love them so much. They're super soft. The band at the top also doesn't cut in, which is amazing. They do these in lots of plain colors like the green and lilac and black, but they have some really fun patterns. This I think is a brief cut and it's got these really cool like 70s inspired floral prints on it, and I think that's really cool. And like I said, I think all of these items are perfect for traveling because let's face it, who wants to wear jeans on a transatlantic flight? I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. So if you are interested and you want to check these guys out, I highly recommend that you do. You can use the link in the top line of my description and that will get you 20% off. So now I've shown you the clothes, let's get into the DIYs.
First up, I'm going to show you guys how to make this case for your makeup brushes out of fabric. This way they won't get damaged in your bag and they also won't get foundation or concealer all over your clothes. You will need a large piece of fabric, some elastic, a needle and thread or some glue, and some ribbon. With your fabric folded in half, make sure it's long enough for your makeup brushes and about 1.5 inches to 2 inches extra at the bottom. Fold over the edges of each of the sides and then using an iron, not a hair straightener, but I'm using a hair straightener because I couldn't find the iron. You're just going to iron that flat and then you can fold it over again. Take a large piece of elastic, this will hold the brushes in place, and then you're going to want to secure it on either end. I've tried a few different methods that I'll talk about in a second, but I'm sewing the end here in place, and I'm also going to use some glue. So what you're going to do is you're going to make space for the brushes to go in and then either glue or sew about every 1/2 inch or so, and then you can just go ahead and slip your brush in to make sure it's got enough space, and then continue this for the whole stretch of the elastic, making sure that you pull it tight so that you don't end up shrinking the elastic by the end. I used a hot glue gun, fabric glue and needle and thread, and they actually all worked exactly the same, so you can go ahead and do whichever you would like. Once you're ready, you can fold it over and then you can glue it together, and this will make it look nice and neat. I'm using fabric glue for this and then just pinning that in place with some binder clips. To tie this up, we'll need some ribbon, so we're going to put this on the back of the case, and here I'm using some fabric glue. This worked perfectly fine. So just put this in a straight line on the back and press it down, leave it to dry, and then when it is dry you can go ahead and put your makeup brushes in it and tie it closed with a bow. Seeing as it's the summer, if you're going somewhere warm and going to a beach, you might want to take a nice little beach bag or something with you. So I'm going to show you guys how I upcycled this one, and it was very simple. I found this in a charity shop, so let's get into it. You will need a wicker bag, some paint, and some wool. This is what the bag looked like when I picked it up. Not super cute, but it had loads of potential. So I took the flowers off by just cutting the thread. Whatever kind of bag you find, I'm sure it will be different, but just go ahead and adapt it however you need to do. Also, I cleaned it, of course, before painting it, and then I went in with some very light grey acrylic paint and painted over that pink. I also made some pom-poms to go on the front. These are very simple. Take some very thick wool, wrap it around your hand about 40 or 50 times, cut it off, pull it away from your hand and then wrap another piece of wool around the middle as I'm doing here. Tie this in a double or triple knot, make sure it's very secure. Then go ahead and cut the loops. Give it a little bit of a haircut, and then you can go ahead and glue that onto your bag or tie it on if the wicker bag has big enough holes. So I just wanted to show you guys this one to give you an idea of what you can make if you look in the charity shops. You can upcycle almost anything and make it look so much more modern. Sticking with the beach theme for just another minute, I keep seeing all of these amazing quote hats all over Pinterest, and they have some kind of sarcastic comment on them, so I wanted to try and make one for myself and show you guys. All you'll need is a super wide brimmed hat, a line of sequins, and some glue. This is the hat I'm using, and as you can see it's got a really wide brim, so lots of space. I'm just using a pencil to sketch out my quote, which is "go away," which I think is pretty appropriate if you're on holiday and want to be left alone. And then using a bit of hot glue or whatever glue you think would work best for your hat, you can go ahead and outline very small sections of that quote and add the sequins on top. Hot glue dries quickly, so if you are going to use hot glue as well, make sure that you do work in small sections and go very slowly. And the good thing about sequins is that they're really bendable, so you can make any kind of quote with them. This would look really nice with rope or ribbon as well. And there you have it, a super sassy wide brimmed hat that you can wear on the beach if you're going somewhere warm this summer. Do you want to make your passport look a little less boring without having to put in a lot of effort? Well, I'm going to show you how really quickly. You will need some fabric, scissors, and some hot glue or fabric glue. Take a piece of fabric, and mine's actually from a tea towel, and make sure it's cut so that you've got about an extra 2 inches on either side of the width of your passport, and then about a ½ inch to 1 inch on the top. So what you're going to do is using some glue, I'm using hot glue as always. Do I ever use anything else? Probably not. Just put the glue in those areas that I'm showing you there so that you can fold the edges over and so that they connect. This is where your passport is going to slip in and out, so make sure that you obviously don't glue your passport together, that would be a disaster. The great thing about hot glue is that it dries quickly, so you can get on to the next bit once it's dry, and the next bit is to cut these 3 notches in the top. 1 in the center where the passport folds, and then 2 where you folded over that excess fabric. Hopefully you can see what I am doing here, and then you're going to want to fold these over individually, and then you can go ahead and glue them down. And the reason that I cut 3 notches is so that I can still access my passport and get it in and out of that fold that I made earlier, as you can see. And then you can go ahead and cut the little bit of excess fabric off the corners if you've just got a little bit too much. And there you have it, a slip to put your passport in. You can go ahead and decorate this with anything you'd like if you want, but I really like this material so I left it plain. But yeah, this is how I made it. And finally, if like me, you are super tired of your headphone cable being in a complete mess at the bottom of your bag and you want to keep it tidy if you're going away, then maybe you can make one of these. For this cable tidy, you will need 2 pegs, some paint, some hot glue, and some washi tape. These are the kind of pegs that I'm using, and you can get these from any discount store or find them around your house. Just use a little bit of hot glue to secure 2 of the pegs together in opposite directions, like so. And then this is optional, but you can go ahead and paint them if you want to make it kind of fun and colourful. And also I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape just to cover it up and add, you know, a pop of glitter. This is the end result, and it really does keep your earphones tidy in your handbag. I really hope you guys try this one out because I use it in my gym bag and it has revolutionized everything.
That is everything I have to share with you guys in this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you get inspired to make some travel related crafts. Once again, thank you to MeUndies for sponsoring this video, and don't forget, if you want to check them out, there is a coupon code in the description for 20% off. So with all of that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!